the page layout is a tab on your Microsoft Word that look into the aspect of adjusting the working environment. We have on the first reading there is the theme, which is just a predetermined setup you can use on your Microsoft Word. When I say predetermined setup, as you can see there, they talk about the theme, which happen to be a kind of background, then the color combination, the font, and then the other effects you might want to add to it. Okay, now in many cases you want to create your own environment. You don't want to use a predetermined one. All you need to do is start applying the features one after the other. First on the list is the page setup ribbon, which you have in there, the margin. Now the margin is contrasting, is used to contrast or expand the working area where the content will be. Where is the content starting, I mean you're typing, and where is it going to stop, both at the right hand side and then at the left hand side, both right and left, both at the bottom or on top here. In other words, looking at the way our cursor is blinking here, telling us by the time we start typing is going to start from that place, okay, which is determined with your margin. And you can see on the right hand side that is where you stop. The same thing to the top, and then by the time you get to this here, okay, it will stop before moving to the next page. Now with margin we can adjust this. We have some pre-defined there where we want to choose between narrow, moderate, wide, or mirrored. So when I click on this now, you see that it's different from the normal. Okay, now you can also do this manually using your mouse on your ruler. You click down here and you drag. Okay, click here, you drag, then, and in that case I'm expanding my working environment so to contain more content. Okay, that is what margin is all about. There are other features of margin that is very important, most especially if you are printing on letterhead. You know what I mean by letterhead: company paper containing information about a company, about a program, about an institution. Then all necessary information there, your own typing, by the time you want to print on it, your content is not supposed to match. I mean, it's not to be those, it's not supposed to cover, okay, be on top. For example, many always have their content just on top alone. Some have both top and bottom. Some still have on top of the paper, at the bottom of the paper, and at the same time they have it at the right or left hand side. So in other words, you have to take your ruler and measure from the beginning of the paper to where the information stop. Okay, now that's what we are going to do, and you can do that with custom margin. Now looking at this place, your margin top, bottom, left and right, after you measure, but you have to force the time, is it in inches or centimeter? If it is not in inches, I mean centimeter, this is in centimeter, but if it is not in centimeter, you see something like this, okay, with double quotation telling you it's in inches, because you have two sides on your ruler. Okay, it's either in centimeter or inches. So you measure. We are measuring in centimeter. Let's assume on top, by the time we measure, the beginning of the paper to where the information stop, leaving some little space. Okay, maybe 6 centimeter. Maybe at the bottom, let's say normal 2 centimeter. Then left hand side, maybe they also have an information left side that is taking about 3 centimeter. As this one still remain the same. Okay, then all you need to do, well, you click OK. Then you determine multiple pages, no, yes. So all this one, no, I don't want to upload. Then landscape or portrait, you also determine that. Just click OK. Okay, you can see there is a very wide gap here, stick there on the top, so signifying that there is information on the paper we want to type in that we don't want our own content to cover by the time we print on it. That is the purpose of margin. Now the same thing we see on the custom asking you landscape or portrait. You can see we have a features here asking you the same thing. Is either your work is in portrait or is in landscape. Okay, if it is in landscape, okay, let's see clearly. Let's choose one page. Okay, this is landscape, and then this is portrait. Okay, so is either is in landscape or portrait. So then we have the size. What is the size of the document you are creating? What is the size of the paper you are printing on? You have to determine. In most cases you might find it at default letter. Check before you start typing, not even when you want to print, because if you don't check at the beginning when you start creating the document, that means after formatting, structure everything the way you want, and you want to print and you now go, this thing is supposed to be in A4, you check it, that means you have to go back again, because most of the time everything you've arranged will surely there will surely be some changes in it, so you have to rearrange again by the time because there's little difference between all these sizes. As you can see, 21.59 by 27, then when you see A4 21 by 29.7, there's a lot of difference there, so you have to show, or even if you are printing on envelope, it's possible. So in this case now likely will be in landscape, so you have to be sure that that's done. Then we have different kind of envelope, different sizes of envelope. Then we have more paper size here. Sometimes even you don't, the paper is not in A4, is not in letter, maybe there is a little difference between the, and you don't have any measurement in there that match what you're looking for. You can come here, measure with your ruler, is in inches or centimeter, then you put the height and the width in there, so you can create your own paper size. Maybe instead of 24, maybe it's 18 here, and instead of 10, maybe it's just 7.5 or something like that. Then you click OK. Of course the size will be created for you, you don't need to. Okay, so just measure and then size it. Now let me take it back to A4 for our further discussion. Then we have in here, let me change it to normal the margin. Now we have in there 2 columns. Sometimes you want to create a brochure, okay, 2 column 3, okay, you know what I mean, 2 fold or 3 fold. So it's better you change your columns to 2 columns. You don't need to create it manually yourself, the system will do that for you. When you see what we have here now, our working environment is divided into 2 columns. So for us to create a 2 column work that we want to fold in between, so this is how 2 column work look like. If it is 3 column, okay, where you have this divided into 3, then we have the left and then the right. The left is talking about a small size, small column at the left hand side, and then a longer column at the right hand side. The same thing to right, small column at the right hand side and a long column at the long side. Now the page break, okay, this is your page break here. Then if you want to number every line, I know this is not truly compulsory for all this. So then what else we have here? We have the watermark. Watermark is a security features on your document. So as you can see here, underground, beneath, which we call watermark, we have confidential, the copy as soon as possible, draft and the likes. But it doesn't mean that's what you use on your own document. You can change it to your own text character. Most people use what the document is all about, the name of the program, the name of the company, You can use logo if it is a picture watermark. Now that is how you can customize watermark, custom watermark. Then you can come here and make changes to all this, starting from the English to the text we have in there. I can change to, let's say, my own company, right? Technologies. Okay, if I feel like changing the font size, font color, so you are wanting horizontal, this is horizontal straight, then diagonal is across, apply. Okay, you can see it's underground there. So then semi-transparent. If you don't want semi-transparent, if you still want it to be a bit clearer, then you have to remove the semi-transparent. Then we have in here picture watermark. Picture watermark, using picture or using a kind of logo, the company logo at the background is an opportunity. I double click, you just select from any folder that you have it, and then you click and open and insert, or you double click, okay, and then you have it there, so you can see it at the background there. So that is a picture watermark. If I don't need the watermark again, you just click on no watermark and then apply, so the watermark will surely be removed automatically. So then we have the page. We've been working on white page color. We have the choice of using our favorite color as the page color, the way you want it. So then the border, if you want to put border across your work, choose kind of border you want here, and choose your favorite border, then choose your favorite color, then what size. This one doesn't have size, we choose another one, some half size, okay, then just click on OK. Now you can see it in there. So let me change the color for clarity, okay. Then you have choice, you're applying to all the document section, that is the highlight, or in first page alone. Let's assume we are putting in first page. In that case, the only first page that is going to have, all other pages will not have the border. Then we still have in there, we have the art, which is a picture. If you want to use that for your meanwhile you have choice of adjusting under the option, because if you don't adjust by the time you want to print, it's possible the printer cut maybe this side could be when you are printing, because of the margin that is required by the printer. So we can adjust, just check here, text, then align, remove surround header and footer, and click OK. So in that case, by the time you adjust your margin, okay, it will adjust with it. If you adjust your margin up, the same thing to right and left, so the border will be adjusting with it, just like that. So you take note of that, very important. So then we have indenting. We've talked about indenting in the home edition. Home is still the same thing here, just like moving in, moving out, okay, then to the right, to the left, and before or after, okay. That is what indenting can do for you. That's what we have on the page layout aspect of this tutorial. We are further going to be discussing the reference in the next section of this tutorial. Thank you.